It is time to do our top 10 coolest mutant champions, man. Oh my god. This one, just like with the cosmics, and if you haven't seen it, the link is down below somewhere. It was hard, man. It was hard not just to pick 10 for the top 10, but also for the 3 honorable mentions, because there's so many cool looking mutants in this game. Thanks to my alliance mates from ESGA3, Big Letter says Dan, Decoy, Shoten, Ryu, Evangelist 83, Jesus, and Robin. Big shout out to them. And yes, I had to read the names from a list because it's too many to just memorize everything, okay? Big shout out to all of them. Thank you for the help. But oh boy, are we in for some drama in this video, man. But before we really get into it, I want you to remember this is my top 10 coolest mutants in the game. And guess what? Yours will probably be completely different, and that is okay. So no hateful comments, okay? I'm not trying to offend anyone or step on any toes, just a little bit, okay? But what you can do is let me know after the video, let me know in the comments who is in your top 10 coolest mutants in the game. So let's get right into it and start with the honorable mentions. First up, we have Mr. Sinister. He's Sinister. He's floating, he's evil. I like his spatial animations. He's just not a nice guy. But look at the detail in that armor, that shiny silver armor, man. He looks like a Dracula if he was a mutant overlord. If you weren't familiar with this guy, you would kind of think he's like a cross between Colossus, Magneto, and Apocalypse, with a very nicely trimmed goatee. I mean, that goatee is just perfect. And the gem on the forehead, very nice honorable mention, Mr. Sinister. Our second honorable mention will be going to Mr. Cable. Look at that gun, man. Look at that metal arm, the ammunition on all of his belts and all accessories, and the knife on the boots and everything, and those animations. That heavy animation is probably one of my favorite heavy animations in the game. Like, oh, with the arm like that reaching degen forever. It's just so smoothly done. I like his specials, like I just said, especially that special too. It's very nice. I mean, he's just like a beefy G.I. Joe soldier, whatever you want to call him, man. I just like him so much. Our third honorable mention is Wolverine Weapon X. I think that he's the best looking Wolverine in the game. They really outdone themselves with all the detail. I know it's not for everyone. Big beefy guy naked, you know, with the mask on and the claws sticking out, right? He's looking so savage. He's like so feral. I like him so much. Well, duh, he's a Wolverine. The specials, I really wish they would have done different specials, right? We get it, he's a Wolverine, but it would have been really nice for him to have different specials, because he's a special trophy champion, right, after all. But maybe they will in the future. I'm not saying they're not cool specials, just maybe for him they could have done something more vicious with the claws. You know what I'm saying? He concludes our honorable mentions list. But before we move into the proper top 10, there's one little thing I want you guys to do really quickly. If you're enjoying the video so far, click the like button and drop a comment right away. What do you think of the honorable mentions? Laser fast. Any type of comment will help the video, because YouTube will be like, oh, there's engagement, let's show the video to even more people, and then you and me, we're gonna grow our community, because that's what it's all about. All right, thank you so much. Let's move on to the proper top 10. We're gonna start the top 10 with a classic champion, Iceman. I know so many of us had nightmares about Iceman in Alliance War and in the game back in the day. The buff that they have for Iceman is so godly. I like him so much. He's made out of ice, man. If Iceman is not on your top 10, then what are you even doing with your life, bro? Seriously, look at him, man. He's like an iceberg and a human all mixed together, and his animations are like smooth and flawless. He's like just gonna ice everybody up. I'm like, ice. Okay, YouTube, don't demonetize me. Actually, I'm not even monetized right now. That's a different story. Gonna save that maybe for a venting video. Actually, that special 2 animations, I like it. I like it a lot. So number 10, Iceman, man. I feel like this is a great start to the top 10. On number 9, ladies and gentlemen, we have none other than Mrs. Diamond, Emma Frost. And if you thought that I was gonna have any top 10 coolest champions in the game and not include the coolest looking, hottest looking female champion in mcoc, you must have been out of your mind. She's spicy, she's elegant, she's well dressed, her animations are on point for her type of character. Initially I had her higher, but I had to cool my thirst a little bit, and I had to just move her down the list a couple of notches, but I think you all agree with me that she should have been in the top 10 nonetheless. On number 8, we have this dude that looks great. His name is Strife. Oh my god, and his spikes forever. You get a spike, I got a spike, you get a spike. Dude, everybody called him Batman because he looks like a Batman, and to me he just looks like a definite Knight from World of Warcraft. I know, another Warcraft drop. I just think that his armor maybe is a little bit over the top with the spiky things, but that's how he's in the comics, so they had to do what was in the comics. Otherwise, you know, the player base would have been with the pitchforks. How dare you, you know? That thing aside, I really feel like he's one of the best looking mutants in the game. His animations are very cool. Maybe the special one is kind of simple, but the special 2, actually the special 2 is very similar to a lot of the throw the beam at you type of spells in the game, but that's cool, man. I feel it looks pretty good nonetheless. But Strife, yeah, solid number 8. On number 7, guys, we have Mr. Deadpool. And let me just tell you, if it wasn't for the champion design buff that we had for this month for him for Deadpool, he might have not been on the list or even in the honorable mentions. But the little tweak that they did was enough to propel him all the way to spot number 7. The detail in the belt and the shoulder pads and the new armor and even the head physics are so much better. The boots are cool. Oh my god, the merc with a mouth, man. His specials are timeless. Very simple, but they are so good. Still some of the best. That special one still gets me every time. It's fine. It's okay. It happens to everybody, okay? Everybody give it a like for Deadpool. On spot number 6, we have Magneto House of X, and I honestly truly believe that he's the best looking Magneto of the two in the game. I'm not a big fan of the red purplish thing that he has, the original one. I know that's how he looks in the comics, so don't start with me, but I really love the way the white Magneto looks. I mean, it's just the blending of the white with the little dark gray and the black is just much smoother. Like when I'm playing with him, it feels like I'm playing with like a godlike character. The way he floats, I don't know, I associate the color of white with floating a lot better for some reason. I love his special animations. They're cool. I like the special 1, I like the special 2, the special 3 is awesome, it's fantastic. And out of the two, actually the white Magneto is my favorite one to play with. Number 6 Magneto, man, very awesome looking champion. Alright guys, we're cracking into the top 5, and if you're enjoying this type of content and you would like to see more of this kind of content, then guess what, you'll have to actually subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you will know when I upload more videos. It kind of makes sense. I mean, if you're enjoying it, obviously. We're gonna start the top 5 with Dani Moonstar on number 5. I feel like she's by far one of the coolest looking champions in the game. Not just mutants, like everything works. Yes, she still has the X-Men. She still has the X-Men uniform on, but I feel like her black with just a little bit of yellow totally works. I mean, it's a newer model, so it looks much better than some of the older models in the game. I love the flamey bow. The animations, oh my god, they're both very cool, especially that special 2. It just goes on and on. But it's just so well done. I mean, look at that, man. It's just views for days, what can I say? On number 4, we have the coolest looking Brazilian gangster in the game, Mr. Sunspot. He's dressed up, but he's still on fire at the same time, which makes you wonder, how come that fire is not like melting his suit away? Does he have like a special solution that he poured all over his suit to not get it caught on fire? I don't know, man, but it just looks so awesome. And shame on me for not thinking about Sunspot when I made my draft top 10. I totally forgot about him, and some of the guys that I shouted out in the beginning, they were like, dude, where's Sunspot? And I'm like, oh my god, it's a crime against mutants. What a wonderful champion in this game this guy is, man, and his animations are so cool. I mean, he just kicks major butt, man. You know what I'm saying? When he's gonna special you in the face, he's gonna special you in the face. I mean, he's not playing around. That special 2 that can drop down an elephant, okay? We're gonna start the top 3 with Storm Pyramid X. When she was first announced, dude, I was like, okay, she looks very cool, but do we really need another Storm? And at the time, the OG classic Storm was not that great, let's be honest, okay? So she came into the game and she was like, oh, she can do some stuff, man. You can stun Korg with her, and she does all that damage, and she also looks cool at the same time. She can special me anytime. That's all I'm gonna say. I like it a lot, man. It's just golden goddess, okay? So let's move on. I promise you, this is not the top 10 thirsty mutants. It's the top 10 coolest mutants. But it's not my fault that we have this in the game. Is it my fault? Jesus, what, you want me to ignore it? Then I'll have the feminists try to crucify me. Jesus. Okay, so number 2, we have my favorite mutant in the game, Apocalypse. It was a tough call between this guy and whoever I'm gonna show you that's on number 1. It was a tough battle inside of my brain, because for the longest time Apocalypse was my go-to number 1 mutant. But look at that, man. How can you not like the level of design? He looks better than an action figure. So gratifying, that special 2, man. The beams, and he's charging at you, and he's doing that, and you feel like, oh my god, you're boom, done forever, bye bye. So number 2, Apocalypse, what a great champion. But guys, on number 1, you probably guessed it by now, it is going to be Professor X. Professor X is just okay, I'm just messing with you. It's not Professor X, okay? It's Onslaught. Onslaught, dude. Look at that, okay? Let's take 3 seconds of silence to pay our respects to Onslaught. This is a much cooler look than regular Magneto, and to be honest, I also didn't choose Magneto to be in the top 10, the classic Magneto, not because to me the white Magneto looks better, it's because I knew that Onslaught will be my number 1, and it's like having a duplicate, at this point, so I just took the better option. Sorry, not sorry. I'm never sorry. But look at that, man. Even the claws on the fingers, dude, is just so cool looking, man. And that back thing, whatever that thing on his back is, dude, it looks so freaking awesome. I hated him in the Spring of Sorrow. By the time I finally got rid of him, I knew how to properly dex the special 1. To me, that special 1 is terrifying, and the special 2, I don't even like, every time I'm fighting him, I know it's going to go to that special 2, I just quit the fight because I know I'm gonna die. And here will conclude today's top 10 coolest mutant list. Let me know in the comments below. Again, I'm begging for comments. This is what my life is right now, begging for comments and likes on YouTube. Great, good job, Maladar. If you really enjoyed this video and you want to see more, I still gotta do Mystic and Skill. Make sure that you go back and watch the top 10 cosmics and the text and the science. Science upset a lot of people, but you know, it's my top 10. So we're gonna wrap it right here. Check out the links in the description below on how you can help the channel. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you real soon with a new top 10 and a new video, and then another new video and another new video.